Hello and welcome back, or welcome if you're new. If you're new here, my name is Elena. I'm the homeschooling mama to 3 kiddos. Here on the channel we talk about everything from homeschooling to homemaking, all the things in between. I've got little hairs I can't tame. Anyways, that's not what we're going to talk about today. We're going to talk about our version of Elf on the Shelf, or our alternative to it. We do the Wandering Wisemen, and I'm going to walk you through how I kind of set that up for the Christmas countdown. So for a few years now, I have been using our Wisemen from one of our nativity sets. I try to choose one of our children-friendly nativity sets because it is made for my kiddos, and I started this one, oh man, I think we started doing this before I even had my third. So my third is now 7 years old. We pick one of our children-friendly nativity sets because what we're going to be doing essentially is taking the Wisemen and kind of putting them around the house and watching their adventure as we get closer to Christmas. Because it is an interaction with the kids, you probably don't want to use one of your breakable nativity sets if you have like a really nice one. This would not be the time to use those Wisemen. So we have a VeggieTales set that we've had for a few years. I've also used, I think we have like a Charlie Brown set that we used to a couple of years, but for the past few years these guys have been their favorite, and so these are what we use. And what we do is we, being the royal me, set them out around the house, and then they have little notes that are attached to them with either projects for the kids to do for that day, or just a note, a reminder for the kids that day. So some examples of these things that we have done is just a countdown to Christmas with a different scripture every day. Other activities that we typically do will be a creative paper chain to count down the days to Christmas. You could just do the paper chain. One year we found a printable where the paper chain pieces had scripture on it, and so each time you unrolled one, you could read the scripture for the day. So I'm going to walk you through the things, the activities and things that I'm going to set up or want to set up for the 25 days. The 25th day is Christmas, and they don't usually have an activity for the kids other than like singing happy birthday to Jesus or something like that. So that day is a little bit easier in the sense of the Wisemen. But what I found was that the years that I didn't have pre-planned activities or an idea of things that I wanted to do, I was scrambling the night before, trying to put them in a different spot, trying to figure out what they could do. It just was more work than it was fun. And I didn't want that to be the case with the kiddos. They really enjoy doing this. In fact, one year I decided we weren't going to do it because I felt like my oldest was getting a little too old for it. And he was the one that asked for it. So in our case, this is just like a tradition that they really look forward to doing. And I want to continue on to do it as long as we can. I'm going to walk you through, like I keep saying though, how I go about plotting out the different activities that we're going to do. Okay, so I'm just going to set this up in my bullet journal that I'm using for school. I'm just gonna go in between the week we're already using because I know where this is at. This is just gonna be a good spot for me to keep it in. And then also, this is gonna kind of work as a little bit of a memory planner for us, so I can look back during the school year and see all the things we've done. And then so having that Christmas Wandering Wiseman in here, I think it'll fit fine. But if you're gonna do this, you can put it wherever you want, on just a piece of paper, in your planner, if you have a planner, wherever. It doesn't have to be a homeschool thing. Okay, I went ahead and just numbered it out. I just went back and forth with the colors because I thought it was fun. But I'm going to start plugging in ideas. I for sure know that as we get closer to Christmas, I'm gonna wanna bake a cake, have the kids bake a cake. We usually bake a birthday cake for Jesus. So I'm gonna put that closer to the end days here, and then just plug in things here or there. There's some special movies we wanna watch, books that we like to read. So for instance, we have this book, and that day that we read this, we'll probably plan a whole kind of day to go around it, or afternoon to go around it, where we'll read the book together and then maybe watch the movie and just turn it kind of into a whole, like I said, a whole afternoon or morning time or whatever with this. But I'm gonna plug them in just randomly, and then I don't have to go necessarily in order that I write it in. I can switch it around if it feels like the days just need to be switched up, but at least I know I have a solid 24 ideas, so I'm not scrambling the night before to make it work. Some of the things, the way the ideas that I come up with this is, like I said, the books that we have on hand. Some of the other things are studies that we've purchased that I might want to introduce. I will link whatever I can down below, but I'm also going to go through Pinterest and see if there's anything there, put all the ideas down, and then I'll come back in just a blink of an eye for you and show you the ideas we came up with for this year. Okay, so I just wrapped up what we're gonna, 24 ideas is what we're gonna say. So if you are curious to what the 24 ideas are, I will kind of run them down for you really quickly. But a lot of this I looked on Pinterest, some other things we do every year, here's just 24 ideas for you. So the first one is gonna be to begin the Christmas countdown. I do have that little tin Advent decoration thingy. I'm not sure what to call it. So I do have that we had purchased several years ago, and I never know quite what to put in those little countdown. It's made to hold a marker to count down. But this year I went ahead and I printed out, I found this on Pinterest. Like I said, I will try to remember to link everything that I can down below. But I found this, and this is 25 days with different scriptures on it. So my idea is to cut these out and put them, have the kids actually cut them out and put them in each one of the little pockets, and every day we will open one and read the scripture for the day. Other years what we have done is a scripture paper chain. I think I mentioned that already. So that was our first idea. The next one is going to be to create a nativity scene with wooden blocks. We were originally thinking of cutting out these color and cut nativity pictures and Mod Podging it on there, but I actually found some nativity set stickers, so we're just going to put the stickers on there. The next one is to make bookmarks to send to a family, our family as part of our Christmas box. So my parents are both big readers, so I had purchased these bookmarks that for Thanksgiving, and they were supposed to be a Thanksgiving, but we didn't finish them, a Thanksgiving activity, but we didn't finish it. On the bookmarks, they just say, I am thankful for, and you can color it in. So I'm gonna have my kids color them and write some things they're thankful for pertaining to my parents, and then we can laminate them and send them off as part of the Christmas box. Along those lines is to make Christmas tree ornaments. This will probably be the salt dough ornaments. My kids really enjoyed doing that last year, so we're gonna do that again. Make and send Christmas cards, bake cookies for your neighbors, learn how to cut snowflakes from paper, set up the small Christmas tree. We have a smaller Christmas tree that we used when we were in an apartment because we couldn't fit a full-size tree. So we have that, and I'm gonna have the kiddos put that together, and it's kind of gonna be the kids' Christmas tree. I have another color and cut ornaments, and this is purposefully after set up the small Christmas tree because I found these, and these are also just was a free printable. We can cut them out and laminate them, punch a hole in it, and they can use these to decorate that small Christmas tree if they want to. Another thing we have down is the Charlie Brown Christmas. Read the book and watch the movie. I already showed you that we have this book. It's one of our favorites. It goes over, you know, the Charlie Brown movie, and this is one of our family favorites. So we're gonna read the book together and then watch the movie together, and that'll be our activity kind of for the afternoon. So another idea I had was to send Christmas cards to our soldiers and our armed forces. We have two books that I really love. This one is the Navy's Night Before Christmas and the Soldiers' Night Before Christmas. My plan is to have these books out with the Wisemen and blank Christmas cards or extra Christmas cards that we have, and the kids can decorate and write some Christmas cards to our men and women in the armed forces. I have to double check on this to see, one, where I can send it, and two, how late, you know, how early or late you want to get these sent off to make sure that they get them in time. So that is something that I'm gonna have to do further research on, but it's in here, it's in my idea list, so that I know that's gonna be an activity we do this season. One thing that my oldest came up with an idea to research and find out how other countries celebrate Christmas, and I thought that was a really great idea. So we're gonna have that down for an activity for the day. I also have, a lot of times Hobby Lobby and craft places will have their stuff on sale after holidays, especially their kids' crafts. And I like to pick them up and just have them on the ready for days when my kids need a reset or just things like this. So I have these, this was actually an Easter craft, as you can see, and they went on clearance for 20 cents for the whole pack. So there are about 12, I think there are 12 pieces in here. So we're going to decorate these, and the kids can either use them on our tree, or we can send them to family and friends as well, or just give them out. But this will be another activity for another day. On 14, we just have do something nice for your siblings. Step 15 is a Christmas I Spy. It was a free printable again, so just something fun for them to do. A little fun activity, so we'll probably have that set up with the Wisemen. Make a Christmas comic book. Right now my kids are really into comics and they're getting into designing their own, so I found a free template, Christmas comics, or not Christmas, just regular comic book templates. And so we thought we would create our own Christmas card comics as an activity for one day. We'll create a Christmas garland. We can kind of design our own, or I could look for another printable if I want, but I thought it was a fun idea we could do. Family Christmas trivia. I found a trivia game, and that is something that my family likes to do. So I'm gonna cut these out and laminate them, and then we can have a trivia night. I also had these kind of look like stained glass when you're done, and so I have a couple of them here. These were another thing that were on sale. As you can see, they were marked for Easter crafts, and I found them for 12 cents. I found them for 12 cents a piece, so I had 2 in my little stash there, and so this will be a craft that they can do as well. Another one is just to help without being asked. So find someone in your home, some way to help our home, and do it without being asked to do it. Another item, wrap your sibling gifts. So I had my kids pick out gifts for their siblings, and this night or afternoon, whenever, we will sit down, I'll pull them each aside and then help them wrap their gifts for one another. The candy cane story, I thought this day we would have a little treat and then go through. This was just another free printable. It's the candy cane story. J is for Jesus. Look at the candy cane. What do you see? Stripes that are red, like the blood shed for me. And it goes on to a little poem about candy cane. There's another one. There's lots of different variations, but I just thought that would be fun for them as well. On the 23rd, bake a birthday cake for Jesus. And then on the 24th, we're gonna kind of have our favorite Christmas movie marathon. Now, like I said, this isn't necessarily on the exact days they're gonna happen. Some of them are more or less on the days we're gonna happen, but I'm gonna have to find out, like the soldiers cards, when we need to get those sent out. It'll probably be closer to the beginning than the end, but it's a start and it's 24 ideas, so I don't feel like I'm scrounging at the last minute to come up with these ideas. And that is it. Those are just, like I said, some ideas that we are going to be doing throughout this month, maybe as we go along through the month and I share our videos with you for our countdown to Christmas. I will insert a clip of some of the ideas that we ended up following through with Wondering Wisemen, so you can see and sneak a peek in each of the videos coming up. So if you don't want to miss our countdown to Christmas videos, make sure you hit the subscribe button and the notification so you don't miss our videos and all the Christmas fun that I'm sure is going to happen this month. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, would you give it a thumbs up? It helps our channel so much and lets me know what kind of content you're looking for. And as always, in case you don't know, or maybe you just need to be reminded, may you please be the one to tell you that you are deeply and truly loved and so appreciated. I deeply appreciate you taking time out and hanging out with me here. Thanks so much.